Hello viewers, my name is Agyapong and this is AAU Talks. Today we are discussing AAU's partnership with GBSN and how it can benefit the continent and the globe as a whole. Before we dive into the discussion, we'll go for a quick break, and when we are back, I'll introduce my guest. Thank you. Welcome back to AAU Talks. My name is Agyapong, and today's discussion is AAU's partnership with the GBSN and how the partnership can benefit Africa as a continent and the globe also. Before we go into the discussion proper, I would like our guest here, who is a representative of the GBSN, to introduce himself and say something brief about the GBSN, what they do and their vision. Welcome back, Mr. Matthew.
Thank you, Sammy. My name is Matthew Anemanna, a representative of GBSN. I am the African Development Manager. It is a great honor to be in the presence of the African Association of African Universities in your secretariat. I thank you for your warm welcome during our discussion this morning. Just to tell you briefly about GBSN, GBSN stands for Global Business School Network. The vision of GBSN, we have a vision and a mission.
Yes.
Our mission is to build management education capacity for the developing world. Our mission is also based, we are a mission-based organization that facilitates collaboration and inclusiveness to advance management education that delivers international best practices. And one of the reasons why I'm here at the Association of African Universities is to bring this collaboration together for the common good of African development.
Can you tell us a bit about your membership or your network?
Most of all the elite schools are on our platform. We talk of MIT, Sloan, most of all these universities across the globe are on our platform. And we are currently in 50 countries around the world. 50 countries around the world.
Examples?
Which is a great opportunity. China, India, Nigeria, the United States. And my goal is to actually promote more footprints in Africa, like West Africa, North Africa, and East Africa. We have a lot of schools, member schools in South Africa. So I am trying to promote the vision of GBSN to the East, West, and North part of Africa.
Okay, currently, how many institutions do you have in Africa? You mentioned South Africa, and then you mentioned Nigeria, but then within Sub-Saharan Africa, how many institutions do you have?
There are a lot of institutions, but we still don't have. For example, in Ghana, we have GIMPA, which is part of us, which I will be visiting later.
Okay.
We are also, and that is why I'm also trying to meet the University of Ghana Business School. I'm also trying to meet other schools in Ghana to promote the vision of GBSN. And one of the goals is partnering with the Association of African Universities to link up to all these schools so that we can introduce our vision and mission to the overall development of Africa. And that is one of the reasons, the focus points of my visit.
Okay, so you mentioned focal points. What are the focal areas that the GBSN focuses on? Is it only in the business sector, or you look at other things?
One, we try to facilitate collaboration of all business schools to teach them entrepreneurial skills, capacity building, and management skills. That is an area that we want, because technology is changing. So we believe that the method of teaching will change. So we want to create good leaders to help in this Sustainable Development Goal 4, which is education. So our partnership with organizations like yours is also going to be an opportunity for us to reach out to all these business schools to be able to facilitate collaboration on a global platform with members of GBSN.
Okay, so you mentioned leadership capacity skills. What other capacity building skills does the GBSN do?
Entrepreneurial skills,
okay,
capacity building. We train people on, for example, we have a project with Johnson & Johnson where we do leadership training for them. So things like that is something that we also looking to do with the Association of African Universities, apart from linking us to the universities in Africa for African development. Our goal is to help Africa develop itself.
Okay.
And one of the things that we can do that is to partner with visible organizations like the AAU. And one thing that I want you to know, Sami, is that our cooperation with the Organization of African Universities is going to create international visibility for both of us. Visibility in the sense that you will have we can have partners that will reach out to us to organize projects for them if they see us working together. And these are the goals that we want to help African universities achieve.
Okay, so your core members are the universities. So let's come down to your members. What are the benefits of joining the GBSN?
Well, number one, the first benefit is to internationalize your visibility. For example, there's a university in northern part of Ghana called the University of Development Studies. They are a technology-focused university, which they do a lot of good research programs, but they are not known. So if they partner with GBSN, we can internationalize their visibility. For example, AAU can identify universities for us that are very good in business school in business curriculums. We can internationalize their visibility where they can participate in a global platform with other schools to do research programs or partnership programs, because we believe that cross-fertilization of ideas will create best leaders of the 21st century.
That's great. Okay, so is there any sort of subscription that an institution need to do before he's a member of, or before that institution is a member of the GBSN?
If you see an institution, the schools have a fee that they pay, but we understand that in Africa, we are working around the globe to find out how we can supplement the fee. We know that is a problem that the African institutions are facing. Yeah, but there's a fee that we pay. We call it an administrative fee, because we open you up to something called student programs, faculty programs on track. We also open you up to global interactions with other universities. Yes, there's a fee. In terms of partnerships with organizations like yours, we have not established a fee for that, because our partnership is a mutual cooperation where it will help us reach out these universities.
Okay.
Our partnership also is a mutual cooperation where it will help us run programs and projects together. And sometimes we work together to identify the funding to support that.
Okay, okay. So the AAU, for instance, have been in existence for 52 years. So this is a lead question to my main question. And then I would like to know how long GBSN has been in existence and what has been your milestone?
GBSN is still very new. And our milestone, even though it existed earlier, but we are still trying to reach out to all the world, especially in Africa. Our milestone is to get all business schools together and teach them effective entrepreneurial managerial skills and networking and leadership skills. You see, and in order to do that, we want to be able to reach out to organizations that will help facilitate that. because we are a mission-based organization where we facilitate collaboration and inclusiveness instead of competition. So we want schools and organizations so that we can all partner together to advance that mission.
Okay. What have you achieved since you came into existence? What are some of your track records globally, and let's focus on Africa too?
Well, I think what we have achieved is being in 50 countries in the world, which is an achievement, and we have added more institutions in our network.
Yes.
And that is one of the reasons, because we have a target, we have a vision where we want to also bring our presence closer to Africa to help Africa develop itself. So by doing that, our achievement, our goal is to try to bring most of the African universities and organizations of importance like yours to the Global Business School Network. So we are still in the process. It's not an easy task, but we are determined, and we have made significant progress in the last year or so. We have a new CEO, Dan Leclerc, we have a very vigorous administration and staff. We all have a focused plan to enhance this facilitation and collaboration of schools and organizations. So we are on it.
Sure. Thank you very much. Viewers, it's been a very fruitful discussion so far. That we have known the GBSN, what they do, their vision, their goals, and what they have done so far, and then with their major achievements so far. We'll go for a quick break, and when we are back, we'll talk about our partnership with AAU.
What do you think about when you think of success?
Success is about hard work. Success is about knowledge and applying it for the good of the community. Success is about skills development. It's about creating innovative ideas and building a hope and making it a reality. Success is about having big dreams and chasing them. Success is nurtured here. We as National University of Science and Technology stand as the only key you can use to unlock doors for success. When you think of success, think in other terms.
Welcome back to AAU Talks. My name is Agyapong, and I'm here with Matthew, a representative of the GBSN. The discussion so far has been about GBSN, their vision, their achievements, and why they want to come to Africa. Now, we are going to talk about their partnership with AAU and what is in it for Africa as a continent. Matthew.
Yes.
It's been a great discussion, but now I want to know what is motivating GBSN to partner with AAU.
Great question. We have identified Association of African Universities as a leading organization in Africa that has a direct link with the universities in Africa, and that overlap what we do.
Yes.
Because we see that you also have programs in entrepreneurial training. We have programs in capacity building and leadership training, which we do as well. So the goal here is partnering with AAU is going to be a very mutual benefit for both of us. One is that we can both identify effective programs that we can run together to help these schools. And secondly, we will link, you will be our link to identify most of these schools for us, where we can reach out to see what programs we can help them run, or how we can help them accept the vision of GBSN. And thirdly, during our discussion this morning, where you all agreed that it was a great idea to partner with GBSN, you mentioned of the Center for
the African Center for
Excellence. These are areas that AAU can help GBSN identify, and we can come into a mutual cooperation to develop programs together and run together. So I think it is, if you look at it, there's a good benefit for both of us.
Yes.
We will use this platform to help reach out business schools in Africa. And we also use this platform to help run programs and programs and leadership projects together.
Okay. So you mentioned of visibility for member institutions. At what level or what platform do you give this visibility? Because talking about AAU, we give visibility through our workshop programs that we organize. We do that through our AAU TV as we are on air right now. And then we do that through our social media platforms that we also have. And also we have a system called a RAP, whereby academics and the institutions get to share ideas on research and all that. So when you say platform, can you break it down for our viewers?
Yeah, for example, we have a platform called TREX with GBSN,
Yes.
where you have faculty and students interacting with programs of mutual benefit to the institutions. We also, like for example, with GBSN, we can also sometimes exchange research initiatives on that platform for the institutions. So we have TREX, that is our platform where faculty, students, organizations can participate.
Okay, so GBSN, now you are forming partnership. Initially, we talked about your members. So who are your partners currently?
For example, we have Johnson & Johnson. That's a partner to us that has given us projects to run for them. We're also reaching out to other organizations like yours that I'm happy you are going to be a partner with GBSN, which is a milestone for us. It's a great achievement. But we also have partners we are talking about, we have reached out to the ECOWAS community to become partners with us, and that's still in the process. We have reached out to the African Development Bank, which is still in the process. We have reached out to Pan-African Parliament, which is also still in the process. But yes, eventually we will like to develop more partners, especially in Africa.
Okay, okay, that's great. So you mentioned the Johnson & Johnson. What have you mentioned of a research project, or they've given you projects to run. Can you please brief us on the project that you are currently running for Johnson & Johnson?
We do leadership training for, normally they identify the project area for us, and then they ask us to facilitate leadership training, and that is what we do. And we do it across where they want us to have the training. If it is in Nigeria,
as in the location,
Ghana,
they propose a location.
Yes. So they facilitate, we facilitate them with these programs, leadership training, entrepreneurial skills, capacity building.
Okay, so that suggests that you have the capacity already to impact the institutions.
Yes, yes. We do.
Or what's the model behind this?
The model of what?
So in AAU, we build capacity of other institutions, but then we use faculty members within those institutions that have good capacity, and then we build the capacity of other institutions that needs assistance. So what is the model that
because you know, most of the
GBSN?
like I said, most of the good business schools are all on our platform. So that's where we develop our capacity builders.
What are some of these good business schools?
MIT. You have MIT, you have Salone, you have most of these universities. If you want, you can also find most of this information on our website, www.gbsn.org.
Sure.
It will give you all the member schools that have. But yes, these schools are top business schools in the world, and we can develop our capacity from that.
Okay.
And then we can implement any project that, for example, if AAU and us have a project to run, we will provide that core leadership tools.
Okay. So apart from leadership, capacity building, and then entrepreneurship, what are other aspects? I know I asked this question early on, but then what are other aspects that you focus on as an institution?
Well, we are a mission-based organization. Apart from these areas and partnership with leading organizations like yours, we are not trying to cast our net more than we can. So we are focused on the business schools, getting the best business leaders for the 21st century, and partnering with leader organizations like yours.
Okay. So the focus is now on business schools.
Business schools.
All right.
Entrepreneurial skills, leadership training, managerial advancements, and all that.
All right.
And also, one of the things that I mentioned earlier, we also harness the power of global network of leading business schools, which is one of our focus. And that is part of our mission.
Sure. All right, so it's been great having this discussion with you. And then I would like you to share your few words with our viewers so that they get to know more about you and the prospects of GBSN coming to Africa. Yeah.
Well, to Ghana, to West Africa, to Africa and the world, we want to help Africa develop itself. When I say we, GBSN, we are a mission-based organization that is trying to help in every capacity we can to enhance collaboration with business schools across Africa to help the development of Africa and also to help the development of education and, in this case, the Sustainable Development Goal 4. I am here as one of you. I'm from Africa, and I want the total cooperation of all schools so that we can all, I will be able to sell the mission of GBSN to them. I'll be able to tell them what we want to do because we need to put our heads together, because we need to cross-fertilize our ideas to be able to breed good leaders for the 21st century. I am very grateful that this will not be the last visit to AAU. I'm also very excited that you're opening an office in Washington, D.C.,
Yes.
where we will all meet again. We will be invited, as your president said. I'm looking forward to that. And I convey to you and Africa and all the business schools in Africa and the universities in Africa the interest from GBSN to help you develop. We want you to be part of the vision that we have, and whatever we can do, we just want to listen and learn, and whatever GBSN can do to help that facilitate the development, we will partner with you.
All right.
Thank you very much. Thank you, Sammy.
It was good to have you here.
Thank you.
Yes. Viewers, so you heard it from the representative from GBSN. It's all positive with this partnership, and I think Africa will be the greatest beneficiary of this partnership. The GBSN is offering a lot, considering leadership training, entrepreneurship, and capacity building. Thank you for staying tuned with us. See you later on AAU TV.